Happy Wednesday. I want to kind of go down the rabbit hole a little bit about a continuation of yesterday. We talked about the burning bush yesterday and how the symbolism of the burning bush is interesting because you're seeing an alive bush that is burning constantly. And so it's getting stripped of any kind of uh the symbolism indicates that you're being stripped of any kind of identity. That's why it's the I am that I am, right? It's stripping you down to your bare essential self where it's just you. So I am that I am exists in everything. So when you think about that, you see, okay, how did that move Moses to, I mean, as soon as he saw the burning bush and he heard this story, or he talked to the burning bush, when you really think about what he was doing, he was just having a conversation with himself. And I think that's why you can pretty much conclude that the book of Job was written by Moses, because Moses, if you think about what the book of Job says, he's kind of, you could say that Moses was reviewing his life, where he never fell into a victimized consciousness. He was always felt terrible about himself for what he was doing, and he knew that he was creating his own reality. And then as soon as he came to that aha moment and he saw the burning bush and said, I am that I am, and he kind of, placed himself with the divine, then he freed all the slaves out of Egypt. Said, can't do that. Put his staff down, right? Then he started, telling him, say, there's consequences for these actions. And so the people, Job's friends who tried to make Job say, hey, you're a righteous man, this isn't your fault. All those people got thrown down because they were trying to instill this victimized consciousness. Whereas, we're co-creating this reality. What you think is what you create. And I've had multiple synchronicities that really embody that, where from one thought, and just if I stay with that thought and I didn't really waver on it, it would manifest itself within 24 to 48 hours, literally, right? So I think that's the grand awakening that we're all going through. And there's people that understand this, but as long as you're attacking other parts of the organism, then you're going to get, if that part of the organism attacks you back, then you're just in this energy exchange, right? But if you're attacking somebody that doesn't attack you back, then it rebounds because that person is at peace. That person is, they're not in a place where they're attacking anybody. So if you are at peace and your thoughts are in a way where you're trying to manifest things that are in support of the people around you, and you're staying positive, you'll start to manifest those things if you've shed all that negative energy. Whereas other people who maybe are thinking negatively about you are just in a war with themselves, right? Because all of us are just part of the larger organism. So I'd like you to think about that today. How are you thinking about yourself? How are you thinking about the people around you? Because that's what's creating your reality. When you're thinking about the people around you, that if they're not a part of you, and don't feel like you can share all of you with the people out there. I mean, I've interacted with multiple people, multiple groups where, they're just not comfortable with maybe an idea that you're sharing, or, the things that you're saying to each other, but you'll end up triggering them because you're always having to face yourself. You're always having to face yourself because the way you view yourself is how you're going to mirror out in the world around you. So have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll talk again. Who knows? Maybe we'll talk tomorrow. Bye, guys.